Today's video is all about self-growth and becoming the woman that you want to be. What is it like? The woman of my dreams, the woman I want to be, the woman I want to become. Whatever that is for you, the truth of it is that we all desire to be a better version of ourselves. And so these are just some tips that I have if you're struggling, because I think we've all been there at some point about, you know what? I don't like this space I'm in. I don't want this for myself. I want this. And I think we get so caught up in putting this plan in place and a stereotype in place that we don't understand that we can be that person and that version of ourselves today. And the reason behind that is because we are already her. I'm a stickler for believing in writing the vision, making it plain. I truly believe that my name has been spoken into rooms that I have yet to even enter into yet, that God opens the doors for me, that no matter how many no's you get, all it takes is that one yes. I am a strong believer in having faith, not looking at what you see, but truly having faith and truly doing the work that it takes to get to the place that you want to be in life. Everything that I've accomplished in my life has been because I've had faith, I prayed, and I kept working at it. So I thought this video would be very fitting to come on today and just have a little girl chat, do a girl chat vlog or a chit chat vlog with you guys about just becoming a better version of ourselves in general. First off, I want to say, don't sleep on your visions, because your visions do come true. God gives them to you for a reason. They're not meant for nobody else but for you. And so take those things anytime you see them, dream them, think of them, whatever. Have you a prayer journal that you write these things down in, even if it's just a thought, even if it doesn't make sense to you at that particular time in your life, write it down, because it's a reason that you're having that vision. Making sure that my standards, my morals, and my goals are all in line for me has always been something that's helped me to really understand and balance my life as a mom, as a sister, as a friend, just as the many different titles that I have. And with that came a great deal of responsibility, because y'all know to whom much is given, much is, okay? So therefore, just understanding you as a person, you have to know who you are. That's the basis of it. You have to know who you are. We all know we belong to God, but you have to know who you are and what your purpose is, because we all have a purpose. And in that purpose, we all have an inner self, right? That inner self is the part that reminds you of what you don't want to put up with, what you don't want to tolerate with, whether that's through a job, a family member, just in your life. Maybe if you're a young woman coming into adulthood, if you're a more mature woman, or just a woman in general that's already in a certain season of your life and you want things to shift. You understand what I'm saying? That's why when you recognize your inner self, y'all, it's so important to walk in your purpose. You don't desire these things for yourself because of other people's influences or because you see it on somebody else. You desire these things for yourself because God is simply reminding you who you are. If you include God in everything that you do, you know how you got that good Judy you will call and you'll talk to her about a certain person you're dating, or you'll talk to her about a certain situation at your job, or you'll talk to her about your day with your kids, or y'all just chop it up and talk. That's how dynamic your relationship has to be with God, but on 10, right? If you really want to walk in your purpose in life. Prayer changes things, fasting changes things. So my best thing to tell you, if there is anything that you just don't agree with in your spirit, pray and fast about it and let it go. And when you let it go, leave it there and give it to God. When you are the best version of yourself, you are put at your healthiest mindset, your healthiest spirit. And it all starts there, because with everything there is a foundation. Before every foundation there was a plan. Before every plan there was a vision. Y'all get where I'm going with this? So I've talked to you about visions. I've talked to you about planning. I've talked to you about the importance of prayer and fasting. I've talked to you about the importance of letting it go and giving it to God. And I'm talking to you about how you get a healthy mindset and a healthy spirit. Once you have that mindset and that spirit, this is the very, very important part. You have to take accountability. Yeah. Yeah. Write it down, baby. Look at yourself in the mirror, get face to face, and take accountability. Take the accountability for what you need to change, what you should change. Get rid of the victim mentality. Get rid of the excuse mentality. Take on the accountability mentality. This way, your mentality is purposeful. It's purposeful. You have to be purposeful and intentional if you want to see your life shift, if you want to really tap into who it is that because we all have different versions of what it is we feel we should be. When I was younger, the type of cosmetologist I wanted to be was very different from the type of cosmetologist that I saw around me. When I got into my 20s, the type of young woman I wanted to be was very different from the young woman that my peers were. When I got into my 30s, I was so different as far as how I ran my household, how I did things. We're forever evolving. So you're always going to be faced with changing, and because with change comes growth. You cannot stay the same. You have to change to grow. So when you sit down and you see yourself changing, make sure that you're changing into a better version of you. You're not changing who you are as a person. You're not morphing who you are as a person, but you are changing your mindset and you are edifying yourself for a better you. Learn yourself and listen to yourself. Listen to yourself and learn yourself. You solely attract and speak over yourself. If you are speaking powerful, meaningful, manifesting type of things into yourself, it doesn't matter what somebody else speaks against you. It's like falling off. They're shooting darts and they're just falling off. Like it just repels off of you, because when you know and you speak and you listen to yourself and you learn yourself and then you learn what it is that you need, it doesn't matter if somebody else told it to you or not. You told it to you. You told it to you. You've listened to yourself. You've instilled it in yourself to a point where can't nobody tell you nothing. Understand? Speak over yourself, sis. Encourage yourself in the Lord. That's what the song say. I ain't said that's what the song said, but it came to mind when I was saying it, so I just said it. Today, right now, no matter where you are, if you're driving watching this video, you're sitting down on your sofa watching this video, you're laying in your bed watching this video, 2 years from today you found this video, that means this video was meant for you. And guess what? Show up today as you. Show up today as the you that you are on the inside. Tomorrow is not promised. You do not need money for the lifestyle you desire. A blessed lifestyle does not detail finances. You don't need money to have personality and charisma. That's one thing money cannot buy. So you can definitely show up today as her. So you can definitely show up today as the woman that you envision yourself being. Learn to say no and do not feel bad about it, because one thing that's going to come from that is you're going to attract mutual relationships that benefit you, because whatever you're putting out is what you're going to get in. And if you continue to allow people to misuse you, misuse the respect factor you have, misuse your boundaries, they're going to continue to do that. It's going to continue to stress you and bring you so much pain as a person. Speaking from experience, trust me, learn to say no and do not feel bad about it. One-sided relationships from your family members, one-sided relationships from your friendships, one-sided relationships from relationships, one-sided relationships from your children, one-sided relationships in general, that's not what's healthy for you. And do keep in mind that when you start to put yourself in a position to do better, you will attract all type of people. That doesn't mean that just because they're that you attract them to you, that they're there to promote your energy. Some people are here to destroy you. Satan hears our prayers too. So you have to be guarded and continuously ask for clarity and ask God to help you through these different times in your life, because new levels, baby, bring new devils, baby. Okay, just trying to tell y'all. I'm just trying to tell you. So you have to be intentional, and you have to be intentional about keeping certain types of spirits and people away from you. Stop feeling bad if somebody says, oh, I was intimidated to be around you. I was, all of that stuff right there. Because from the gate, that person has already let you know that they see God elevating you, and they don't know where they fit on that journey. And that's okay. Trust me, it's okay for everybody not to go on your journey when God elevates you. That's not arrogance. That's not you thinking you're above anybody. That's just the honest to God truth about it. Always pray for limbs that extend you. I think that's part of definitely becoming the best version of you, because it's like having a fave 5 or a fave 7, whatever. You pray that God places people around you that do the same things, likewise. It's just like when the Bible says that, when a man leaves, he grows and he has wisdom and things like this, and you become a man. Same thing with a woman. You're more precious than rubies and things. So pray and ask God to put the same type of people in your life for what it is that you're doing or you're wanting to do, not so that you could take from them, but so that you can all grow and edify each other together, so that you guys are all equally pouring into you. You can't have somebody that has a totally different mindset from you, and you have a mindset of going somewhere else, and they're constantly questioning you, trying to change you, telling you you're changing, constantly being negative or nagging, or superficially telling you you're doing good, and then at the same time talking about you behind your back and stuff like this. It will not work. So pray and ask God to put you, whatever your number is. I said 5 and 7, whatever your number is, you ask God to pretty much create you like a team of people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, and make sure that when God gives it to you, that you're ready for it, that you don't drop the ball, that you don't fumble it, that you're there just for them, just like they're there for you. Understand what I'm telling you? I'm so serious. It'll keep the real from the fake. When you are a foundation, it's just like a tree. If it has an unhealthy limb, you have to cut that limb in order for a new limb to grow. See what I'm saying? This is just the way that God has created us. I know I kind of touched on this earlier, but y'all, I'm going to say mustard seed faith. Knowing that you can do whatever it is you want, knowing that you can have whatever it is you desire, knowing that you can make your vision and your dreams come true, not like what the next person has, but what you want. Because it's not always a materialistic thing. What you may want may be peace. What you may want may be a healthy relationship. What you may want be a healthy friendship. What you may want may be monetary. What you may want can be a lot of different things. We all want different things, but you gotta have faith, and you got to do the work. You can't have the faith, manifest it, and then sit back with your legs crossed like, shoot, I manifested it, I wrote it down, I did this, it's coming. That's a good story, sis, but you got to put the work behind it too. You have to show up and show out for yourself, because nobody is going to promote you, invest in you, work as hard as you, for you, other than you. My favorite thing about becoming the best version of myself is finding joy in what I already have. Finding content in what I already have. Being content with who I am. Finding joy and great things about me. Because we can sit all day and talk about what we want to improve. But let's talk about the things that make us dope as fuck. But let's talk about the things that make us dope. That make you that woman already. And why you're trying to elevate yourself to a new level. Let's talk about that for a second. Nobody wants to get the Disney princess effect. We were made and created to be queens. All queens meditate. Queens make decisions every day. Matter of fact, queens make executive decisions all the time. Most queens, baby, can reign with or without a king. Okay? So do not let that stop or affect you. Of course, if you have a king by your side, then he should be pouring into you as well and edifying you, and he will help shape and mold you to also help become the person that you truly deem on the inside. But if you don't, it's okay. You can still do those things without that person. You are worthy. You are destined, and you are made and created to be exactly who it is that you want to be. Like exactly who it is that you want to be. Ain't nobody stopping you but you. There's no circumstance holding you back. There's nothing stopping you but you. And usually it's a mentality. Sow the seeds. Sow the seeds and reap the harvest. Sow your seeds and reap your harvest. I'm going to say it one more time. Sow your seeds and reap your harvest, babe. You got this. You got this. When you sow that seed, you will reap your very being of who you are. Baby, have the funeral for the identity that was created for you. Okay? You know, that stigma that your family telling you who you are and what you should do and how you should live, and your friend or whoever it is. Baby, have the funeral for that. Bury that. Bury that and have the funeral. Bury those stereotypes. Bury those generational curses. Bury all that stuff of what people deem you to be. Y'all, those generational curses, all those things, make the shift. Make the shift. Make that shift now. Not tomorrow. Not, well, I gotta talk. Make the shift now. You are not broke. You are not broken. You do have it now. You don't have to convince yourself, because you simply know who you are. This is why you visualize yourself at your high self. This is why you found this video. This is why you find things on this topic. It's because you visualize yourself at that self, because you are already that person. So the biggest thing I can tell you is match your affirmations to your feelings. Match your affirmations to your emotions. Match your affirmations to the seeds you sow. God designed you to be desired. You ain't got to sell yourself. You ain't got to sell yourself to no employer. You ain't got to sell yourself to no friend. You ain't got to sell yourself to no family member. You don't have to sell yourself to no man. You don't have to sell yourself. God designed you to be desired. And because of that, you will always attract what it is you need to be your best version of you. Use that to attract healing, prosperity, your career and not a job, your family environment, your home life, your attributes, and your strengths. Attract those strengths. Stop saying, I can't do this, I can't do that. Say, with God, all things are possible. In time, I will have this. In time, I can do this. Let me look into it, and I'm going to get back to it. Let me study upon it so I can be wiser. You know, positive wording. I'm not here to tell you this is how you're going to be. I'm here to tell you you're already your best self. You're already the woman you want to be. You just have to know how to speak to her, how to free her, how to be her. Childhood traumas, insecurities, other people's insecurities, other people's opinions, limitations, bullying, avoiding conversations that should be had, considered, discussed, resulted in. Be aware, be self-aware, be spiritually aware, be mentally aware, be physically aware. Get out of your way. Get out of your way and no longer live like you are stuck. Have structure and discipline, because when you have structure and discipline, femininity thrives. I'm going to say that again. When you have structure and discipline, femininity thrives. We all have a bit of masculinity in us, but femininity thrives if you have structure and discipline. That don't require you to be somebody else. It just requires you to know who you are and be who you are. Aside from everything that I have mentioned to you in this video, as a cosmetologist, I'll leave you guys with this. Oh my God, it's finally raining, y'all. Well, I'm sorry, we've been getting triple digit heat here in Texas, and rain means blessings to me, baby. So I'm here for it. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. How can I say this? Whatever brings you peace, that's your meditation. Make that your must, not a routine. Because routines can be broken. Routines can get lost in the way. Routines can just become repetitive. And you don't know why you're doing it. because you're just stuck in a routine. But when you make it your must, you need that to survive. Get up and put it into you yourself. Get up and speak to you yourself, whether you're writing it on a mirror, you're looking at it, whatever it is. Feed your inner self with that must. You feel at your best when you look your best. Makeup, other accessories, all those things are fine, but they are not needed, y'all, to look your best and to feel your best. If you know you're not a makeup person, then do what makes you feel your most beautiful. Stop saying you look ugly. Y'all know how many people have sat in my chair? Oh, I just feel so ugly. Oh, I just look so ugly. I need your help. I need your help. Oh, I don't like the way I look. Oh, I hate this about myself. Oh, I hate that about myself. If you feel those ways about yourself, how can you ever see your true self, see your true inner beauty, see your true outer beauty? How can you expect others to see it if you don't even see it? Embrace and love every part of you. If you can authentically embrace and love every part of yourself right now, do the exercise. Pause the video, unpause the video, come back to this part in the video. I don't care. Do this exercise. Embrace every part of yourself. Love every part of you. Cry it out, sis, if you have to. Remember that God loves you, not the accessory. God feeds into you, not the accessory. You can have any car you want, BMW, Porsche, Maybach, Lexus, Benz, Toyota, Ford, Chevrolet. What is it? What the hell do I have? Well, I want to say Mustang. I'm just throwing out cars, okay? Point is, God loves you, not the accessory. All those things are an accessory. All those things are material. All those things deteriorate. Some of them, even as soon as you purchase them, lease them, rent them, have whatever house you want, that don't make your house a home. You, it starts with you. Like, I don't know how to tell y'all that. Those things are accessories. Sexy is very, very, very simple. Very simple. You don't have to try to be sexy. God created us to naturally be sexy. That's why I always say, like, we ain't got to beat our face like the queens, well, the drag queens and stuff like this. The men, they do all that to really chisel in because they want our features. They want to look softer, and they have to create those things because they have a certain dimension. We were created that way. A little gloss, a little mascara. If you want to do your makeup, fine. If you don't, fine. But we are sexy. Y'all ain't never heard, like, forget what a man tell you, but I'm just being serious. Sometimes you are your most sexiest with a ponytail and, you know, just some lounge wear, some active wear, or, you know, whatever. Sometimes you're sexy by the shoe you put on. You know, sometimes you're just sexy looking at yourself in your skin. You see what I'm saying? We all have things that work for us. Wearing designer, I love luxury. I love luxury stuff. I love low-end stuff too, but that doesn't make us sexy. It's the investment we pour into the simple things in our lives that will always showcase us at our highest. It will always elevate you to your highest. It will always get you the most compliments and make you feel your highest. You didn't even try. You just showed up. You ain't never had that type of day. You go grocery shopping or you go whatever and you just get so many compliments, so many this. And I'm not talking about for men. I'm talking about women, people in general. Just, oh, you look so nice. Oh, hi. Oh, you're so pleasant. Oh, you're so this. Y'all, that's because it's in you to be that way. I am in love with everything about being a woman. Everything about the woman that I am. I'm going to always push myself to be the best version of me. So that's always changing because different situations can come into my life. But I have a basis of who that woman is. And I have a basis and foundation of who I feel that woman should be, right? And I find contentment in knowing that I show up for me every day. Because people depend on me. So if I don't show up for me, I can't even serve the ones around me that I find joy in serving and helping. You understand what I'm saying? Everything that I want, desire, and need comes in the form of a blessing in my life. Just for me doing the things that I'm sharing with y'all today. I know it may be a pretty lengthy conversation, but y'all, it was truly on my heart to share. It was truly on my heart to share. I'm going to end this with this one last thing. Your environment around you is imperative and important. Imperative and important. Because you get energy from the things you see, from the things you hear, from the people around you. Like, it's a reason, y'all, that I like vintage stuff and kind of like modern stuff, kind of like mixed together. It gives me that sense of stability and dependability, right? Knowing that I'll have it for years instead of replacing it because it was purchased from something that looked aesthetically pleasing and it didn't last, right? It's something about walking into my home and seeing dependability and stability. It makes me feel a certain wealth, a certain worth. And knowing that I am this, right? If I can get that from just things that I see, right? Coming into my home and being comfortable in my kitchen by the things that I see, now I'm happier when I cook. I don't feel the pressure or the need that I have to do this for somebody else. You know, I'm happy and content with where I'm at in that moment. And it should be the same thing with your home, right? So I hope that, I don't know, because I get so nervous about stuff like this, but I'm going to post this, so y'all are going to see all of this. Lord, if I'd have wrote it down, it probably would have been a shorter video. I'll probably like kind of cut the video to where like it zooms in and out so that y'all not just looking at me just sitting here talking. So if y'all see like cuts in the video, that's what that is, just to kind of give the frames different sizes. But I hope that this video finds who it's supposed to find. I hope that this video blesses who it's supposed to bless. And I hope that you know that you are the woman you want to be. You don't have to do none of that stuff, sis. None of it. Just be yourself. Love yourself unconditionally and wholeheartedly. And until next time, yeah. If y'all want to see more stuff like this video, please comment it down below. I know a lot of y'all say y'all like to hear me talk, so just comment down below. I'm definitely open to pouring into people. I have lives where I talk about things like this. I do have videos here on my channel that talks about how to, you know, like have your best career, have your best this, how to, you know, pray and how to manifest and how to just do all these different things. And I can put all those links, but if it's something that you want to see, just let me know, you know, and hit subscribe and we'll talk about it. And yeah, we'll go from there. Bye.